The tragic story of 20-year-old Joshua Bennett, a US Army soldier who was days away from deploying to Iraq, ended in a shocking and senseless murder during a botched ritualistic home invasion in August 2005. Here a detailed account of the events and aftermath. Joshua Bennett grew up in Mattoon, Illinois, raised by his father after his parents divorced when he was young. His mother, Irena Kotner, also spelled Kotner in some sources, had abandoned him and his father years earlier. In 2005, just before his deployment to Iraq, Joshua's father passed away, prompting him to return home for the funeral. This gave him an opportunity to reconnect with his estranged mother, Irena, who was present at the funeral. Despite the strained history, Joshua agreed to visit Irena at her home in Claremont, Illinois, hoping to close that chapter before leaving for war. Unbeknownst to Joshua, Irena was part of a self-proclaimed coven with two men, David and Rick, who referred to themselves as warlocks. Irena convinced them that 16-year-old Lindsay Castinger, the pregnant girlfriend of Irena's boyfriend's son, Jackie, was cursed and needed to be the subject of a ritual to lift the hex. Irena provided the men with a sacred tool and her blessing, sending them to perform the ritual at her home. On the night of August 22, 2005, the coven members, dressed in ski masks and gloves, broke into the home. As they attempted to surprise Lindsay, the family dogs barking alerted Irena, leading to a chaotic confrontation. David lunged at Irena, stabbing her in the chest while shouting, "I bring you forth from the dark." Joshua, awoken by the commotion, rushed to his mother's aid and was stabbed in the chest by David. Rick sprayed pepper spray into Joshua's eyes. In the ensuing struggle, Lindsay escaped to a neighbor's house, Jackie retrieved a shotgun, and Rick fled the scene after stabbing himself in the leg during the melee. Joshua Bennett was pronounced dead at the scene from a single stab wound to the chest. His mother, Irena, survived her injuries. The investigation revealed that Irena had fabricated the entire story about Lindsay being cursed. Her motive was rooted in jealousy, as she had once dated Jackie, her boyfriend's son, and was resentful of his new relationship. Joshua never made it to Iraq, and his death sent shockwaves through the community. Misty Gangloff, 24, was sentenced to 7 years in prison for conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Irena Kotner, Jenny Wolfe, and Oscar Eck were initially charged with first-degree murder but had their charges adjusted based on accountability theory, knowledge of the crime. David Lindner was shot during the chaos and faced legal consequences. Rick, identified as Rick Sargent in some reports, fled but was later apprehended.